People know the 13 locations and the delicious food behind it, but not everyone knows how it started or the whole story. My name is Arthur, and I'm one of the founders of Pokitomik. So it all started in 2017. I had just started a new life. I had become a father for the first time, and I came from a somewhat troubled past. We'll get into that in the later episodes. But I had started a new life. I was getting ready to get married. I was a new father, and a childhood friend of mine, Sonny, named Sonny, comes up with the idea and comes and tells me about it, about a poke restaurant. And at that time, poke is just beginning to get popular in the States. And so we go out and try it, and I fall in love with the food. I'm like, dude, this is delicious. It's healthy. Everyone, this generation is going towards healthier eating. It's like fresh. It gives me energy. Affordable. It's like sushi. Who doesn't love sushi? And so I was excited about the idea, and I was, starting my new life. And I wanted to start a new business, become a business owner. And the only problem was I have zero culinary history. So I was like, all right, this is going to be tough, but I was willing to learn and do whatever it takes to succeed in life. I was very hungry for success and to provide for my family at that moment. So one thing led to another. We put the idea on paper. I have the original paper too, where we wrote down the estimates of what it's going to take, which were completely wrong, but we still wrote it down, and we're like, we need this and that, but we had no idea what we were going to get into. And one thing led to another until we started Pokitomik. And even the name, everyone gets it wrong usually. They think Tomik is a name. So it's like Pokitomik. They think Tomik is the owner for some reason. I've heard that a lot, which is has nothing to do with it. It's more like atomic, basically, because we had the blowfish idea and we had it drawn out. So the logo was there already. So we had to get a name that represented like blowing up or a blowfish. So after several days going back and forth, we came up with Pokitomik. And then we're like, let's combine it and make it into one name. It was Pokitomik. And so that's how the name came out. And we came up with the name, we had the ideas, and then we went to Sonny's kitchen. And I remember it, and we can show a picture of that, where we made our first hot Cheeto poke burrito in his kitchen. And man, it was good times. And time sure does fly. But yeah, one thing led to another, and we got to building out the place. And it's funny because we have zero knowledge or experience with business or restaurants. And restaurant industry is already super complicated and hard. And so we kind of learned along the way as we were building. We tried for several places in different locations, and they kind of told us to kick rocks because we were young and had zero experience. They didn't want us to start. And finally, we had a place in Glendale. The landlord was willing to work with us. And so we took it. And it was super small, super inconvenient, but we took it anyway because that's all we had. And at the time, it was plenty of space. Eventually, it became so small we had to move. When we started the first store, I would have never imagined it's going to become more than one, let alone succeed. Friends and family told me, 80% of restaurants fail, which is a true statistic. In my head, I knew that I'm going to be part of the other 20. If they had told me 99% of them fail, I knew in my heart I was going to be the 1% not to fail. At that moment, in my heart and soul, believed that I'm going to do everything it takes to make it succeed. And with the help of God and my higher power, which I grown to have a close relationship with. I went through all the trials and tribulations, and somehow, some way, we have 13 locations today, and which is such a blessing, because in that kitchen, I would have never imagined that one day we would have more than one, let alone 13, and more to come in the future. We'll talk a little bit more about the other locations, and we'll go visit all of them and get to know the people behind the other locations. I don't want to just say this. If you're building a business or starting a business or a family and you believe in the growth, this channel is for you. I'm going to show you what it took for me and how to succeed, how to be the other 20% that actually succeed and not to give up on your dreams. Be the other 20% that succeed. Subscribe now, we're just getting started.